everyone, I have a project share that I wanted to let you all see. This is using the Country Kitchen collection by Carta Bella, and it's designed by Stephen Duncan. I saw this collection done by Frances at Your Book of Memories and also Ginger at My Sister Scrapper, and I loved it, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it, and then my sister-in-law requested a recipe book. So that is how this came to be. I also wanted to show you this awesome stamp set that I picked up from Country Craft Creations. Love the shop, and she sent me a few little freebies too, so thank you so much. These are perfect images of the paper. So just very well done. I didn't end up using them because I ran out of space, but I will be doing another project and I will incorporate these. But I do love the stamps. I did stamp them on a few things, but didn't end up using them, which is how you can see that they're off a little bit. But thank you to, again, Country Craft Creations. I loved the stamp set. This design is a gatefold, and this gatefold album was also designed by Frances at Your Book of Memories. I used her version 1 for this design. I made a few alterations, which I'll explain here in just a second. So this is the front cover. My sister-in-law likes chickens, so that's what I went with. And here's the spine, and then the back, and then the spine. Now, something a little different that I did was here on the bottom. So I made two little, I'll explain that in a second, but I went ahead and covered these with the seam pattern paper. So not like you ever really look at the bottom of the book, but I just thought that it helped kind of finish it all off. All right, so this is a 4x6 cut apart that I just cut it apart, mounted on black cardstock, and it holds my magnet closure, which opens up like this. And I just covered the back of it with another piece of the designer series paper, or the paper, and these are so cute. Chickens and cows and pigs. I really wanted to use this lady, and I could not figure out where else to use her due to the fact that I really loved this paper and these scenes, which there's 3 of them, and I really loved it, and I didn't want to take away from this by cutting it out or cutting it short. So for the left-hand side, the left-hand panel is a waterfall. So I just made a flap that will cover that waterfall, and it also is decorated at the bottom. These were from the stickers. I just mounted them on black cardstock and cut them out, and I really like the way that that turned out. And of course, she's, you know, holding her hands like, oh, so cute, and little chicks were just perfect for that. At least that's what I thought in my head. And because this is a recipe book instead of a photo album, for these waterfalls, I just took some of the 3x6 index cards, or 3x5 index cards, and cut them apart and then inked them in antique linen. And that way, you know, they weren't so stark white, but you could still see them. And then all of these pieces are just glued at the bottom and the side, so that way we can slip these recipe cards in. If she doesn't want to do the recipe, it is white on the other side, so she can just throw this away and just put her picture in, or she has a little journaling spot to go ahead and add her recipe. And so for every single one of these, that's what I did. These were part of the tags that I bought. So it was a tag set, and so that's part of those. I still have some pieces left over, but all of these were mounted on black cardstock and then cut out. And then of course we have our in-between. So all these are the same. They all have the ability to just take these out and do a little recipe on them. You know, it wouldn't be for a large recipe, but for some of your simpler recipes, that would work really well. And I just alternated the chicken paper and the rose paper. And then here on the last one, I added, this is a sticker. Oops, sorry. On the last one, I added a sticker, and then it's just backed on black cardstock. and then cut out. And so that makes this waterfall again with our lady at the bottom, and then that just flaps up, and then you have this lady. On the right hand side, it's a double pocket. I added this, which was a sticker that I also mounted again in black, little puppy dog, and put on the spine. And then these were just cut to tags, and I didn't end up adding any ribbon or anything to them because it was kind of getting bulky already and I didn't want it to be too overbearing. This is just pattern paper. I inked all the pattern paper in walnut stain distress ink, and then I left them black on the back, so if she decides to, you know, use them or whatever the case is. And I just love this paper. It is just so cute. And I really wanted to incorporate some of those little scenes without taking away from them. And that was what I chose to do. For the middle part, which is the majority of the book, on the sides I have the garden to table. Frances did the same thing there, which I thought was adorable. Then I've added my checker up the side here. And this flaps to the left and is a accordion pocket, which was a really neat concept that Frances did. This up here is a 4x6 cut apart that I just cut down to size, and then I corner rounded it with my Project Life corner rounder. And then when you open it, I cut this too short, so I decided to just add the pattern paper with the roses and then the pattern paper to match in the back. And in here is all the big recipe cards. Again, I inked all of these in the walnut distress stain, the walnut stain distress ink, front and back, so that way if it is a bigger recipe, she can use the back of it as well. These I picked up from Hobby Lobby. They were $25 for $2.99. I like the craft color because I thought that went well, and you'll see these again here in a minute. I have some more, you know, pieces that I didn't end up using, so that I just put again on black cardstock. This was a sticker. This one was a sticker. I'm going to end up putting all of these into just a baggie and throwing them into this pocket, and then she can decorate and use them as she gets her recipes put in. So those will go in there. On this side, in the center still, I have these little tags that again were just part of the Tags and More ephemera pack, and they're just black cardstock. I just tucked them into here. I made this into a pocket instead of just sealing this down. And same thing with this one. So that way if she wants to use it somewhere, she can use it somewhere, but it's here and it's not glued or anything. So if she just wants it to look at. This had the same image right here, but I thought that it popped better with the sticker. So I mounted it on black and then just put it over the existing one that was already there. And these were cut aparts that were part of the paper. You flap out to the right, and you have this centerpiece that flaps to the left, and then you also have this other one. So we'll go with this one. Again, this is tags from that tag set that are just cut out. And I made these into pockets. I used my EK Success scallop punch for this one, and this one is completely glued down, but this one is a pocket. And you just slide these in right here. And for this side, I again have a pocket on both of these. So these are just, this is a sticker that's cut out with the black, and this is the part of the tags collection. And this was part of the tags collection, tags collection, tags collection. So cute. All right. And then at the top of this flap, there is, and you can barely see it, but there's also a tag. And I just mounted it on one side. I had to really get creative with my paper because I used so many large pieces. I didn't cut them apart or use photo mats in them. Like this is one large piece. And because of that, I used a lot of paper. You could easily get through this album with one packet of paper if you end up putting photo mats here or you know, your 4x6s, but since I used 3 full sheets, this side, and then the back, it took a lot of paper. Alright, so then it flops out to the right again. Oh, I used another one, so I used 4 full sheets. These are pockets, and I just stuck these in here. These were cut aparts from the pattern paper. And I thought that they were cute. And same thing with this one. And then this was a sticker that I thought, the first thing I thought was, oh, my chicken crossed the road. So I had to put him here, put the chicken on the other side of the road, and it was really cute. Backed him in black. Thank you for stopping by and seeing how I use the Country Kitchen set by Carta Bella. And I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, ladies, for all the inspiration out there. Please continue to upload your shares as well. I love watching them all. So thanks again. Bye.